Hey guys, Mars here, and I'm here for a Deadpool cosplay review. Okay, let's get right into the meat and potatoes of it all. This cosplay that I'm currently wearing, as you can see, is from Deadpool and Wolverine. I got it online from ProCosplay. You could catch them on. You could catch their Instagram, which is ProCosplay_official. Or you could just go on their website, just Google ProCosplay. And yeah, I got this whole cosplay for $450 roughly. Canadian? No, American. Yes. I have to try to remember that kind of stuff. And it came pretty fast. Like, they asked me for my measurements. I gave it to them, and they had a few questions about my measurements, which apparently I did it incorrectly, but it was good that they reached out to me instead of just making it, and then when I received it, you know, it doesn't fit here and there. But as you can see, it fits pretty good. It's pretty flexible. I can't raise my arms too much, and yeah, it's snug. I absolutely love the cosplay. I think after I gave them the correct measurements, it took a couple of days for them to actually get back to me, but it took from that point where they got the correct measurements to the point where I received it was about maybe 3 weeks, so about under a month, and that was just my experience buying it for the first time. So all in all, the communication was great, and the time frame was pretty good as well. It was, when did I buy this? I think I purchased this in spring, and I needed it before the movie came out. So yeah, I got it relatively fast. I don't remember exactly the time frame. I'd have to check, but it's fine. 3 weeks. That's what I remembered. Keep that in mind. So pros and cons of the cosplay. Let's start with cons, just because they're fresh in my head. With the boots, they're decent looking. My only thing that I don't really like is how slippery the inside is, so you'll probably have to have insoles. And along with that, when I was doing a photo shoot, as you can see, kind of messed up that part. The zip isn't the greatest quality, so keep that in mind. But you see, it fixed itself. The other, like, if you're moving, you might push back and it'll mess up the zip. So it depends. If I go to cons, I just wear my regular black running shoes. It doesn't matter. You could wear black boots. It's not the most important thing. People are mainly looking at your upper body anyways and not your feet. So that's one con. Second con would be I don't really use these holsters, and for the longest time I didn't really understood how to get it on, because it would attach, but then this part would be like this, you know what I mean? So what I did, and it's just Velcro, so what I did was I went on Amazon and I purchased actual gun holsters. So I have a BB gun in here, not a real gun. And they look much better. I'm gonna modify it a little bit so that this isn't sticking out flappy, but yeah. The third thing would be the belt. The belt was great, don't get me wrong, but there was 2 issues that I ran into with the belt, and I actually have it in this plastic bag right here. The first thing was, I guess it had to do with my waist measurements, because the belt was a little bit longer than it needed to be. No, it wasn't. It was a little bit too short, yes, because I had to create my own extender so that it would fit around me, because it was a little too small. The second thing is, because I was creating a video with some of my friends, and honestly it's more my fault than it is the maker's fault, but I fell down, didn't hurt myself, but the belt ripped. So in half the shot that we did, I didn't have a belt on. What I did was I went on Amazon, got myself a brown belt, and these holsters, these little things here, slides right through it. I got one of those holsters that this part you can just literally unbutton, and yeah, the little thing comes off. The belt buckle comes off, but the belt buckle, if you can see, it's cracked. That's because the actual belt isn't made for this, and I broke it. So I had to like super glue it and super glue it and super glue it until it stayed stable. And now my belt is falling, but it's okay. We shall carry on. The final thing I would say is the ventilation for the actual mask. It's fine. You can breathe. You can see. Nothing's wrong with that. It's only the matter of if you're wearing the mask way too long for a long period of time. Like, let's say you're one of those people that don't like taking off your mask during a convention. You're gonna get super sweaty. If you're gonna be making a video in it and you're gonna be leaving your mask on, you're gonna be super sweaty. Like, my face was drenched. But it's totally fine. Or if it's like a hot day outside, depending on where you guys live, right? And you're outside in this, you're going to sweat. But it's not the worst thing in the world. Like, you could just simply take it off or ask somebody for help. Just be careful with the zips because it's a smaller kind of zip. You see, like, look at it compared to my finger, right? It's super tiny. So you don't want to pull it too hard and then break it. Same with the zip at the back, the neck part. You don't want to pull it up too much because then it will pop off and then you're basically trapped inside of the suit. With the pros, if your measurements are perfect, then it's gonna fit super snug. Like, look at my arm, it's totally fine. I love the material because it's stretchy. Like, let me see if I could grab part of my arm. It's like super stretchy and it's durable. Like, I'm pulling really hard right now. But then this is just my experience. If it happens to you, I'm sorry. I haven't ripped my suit and I made videos in it. I broke my belt, so the suit itself is durable. Comes with these holsters that are just kind of decoration. I guess you can put things in them. There's no real place to have your phone, to be honest, unless you slip it in here. But I've tried to do that during a convention and it was like hanging out at the bottom because it's kind of loose here. So keep that in mind if you're going to be doing that. It has a little, a slight inconvenience, I would say, because it's not a pro, it's not a con. It's literally just neutral. It's one of those keep in mind sort of things. It doesn't come with any weapons, and I've inquired about it, and they literally just told me that they can't ship out the prop weapons, so you would have to get it from a third party, which is fine. I did that for the swords, got it on Amazon, got this little knife at a convention. It's one of those rubber knives, so. And it fits in really good. As I said, BB guns. I'm actually ordering the gold guns, so that should be in soon. What else? I don't know. I love it. The gloves, they fit really, really well. The only downside is that with the fabric, if you see like the fingertips, because the majority of it is Velcro. So like, for example, this, if I want to like, you see there's Velcro here just to attach this. One hand goes on perfectly fine, but when I do this one, if I'm doing it myself, the Velcro really gets caught on this material. So it gets fluffed up, but it's not the worst. Like, I don't care too much about it. It's not the worst thing in the world. And when you're like moving your hands, no one really notices anyways. So it is what it is. You could probably just take a lighter and take off the little bit of a fluff. All in all, I know I mentioned a bunch of cons, but I mentioned them so that you know this going into it. If I were to rate it, I'd rate it 4 out of 5 stars. I'm a super duper happy with this cosplay. Dressing up as Deadpool has been a dream of mine for like the longest time. I've been cosplaying for years now. I've mainly done Power Rangers, but I've done like Red Hood, I've done Black Mask, and a couple anime cosplays as well. But this one truly makes me happy. Deadpool matches my personality, so I really can get into the character. And you know, I put the mask on like a mannequin head, so it's on my display, and I love looking at it every single day. Like, I highly suggest going with ProCosplay if you want a semi-affordable, also good-looking cosplay. It's not 100% screen accurate, because as a cosplayer that does it like a lot, I've seen high quality movie screen accurate suits, but this is amazing for the price. I'd say that. I would highly suggest checking them out. They have multiple different cosplays. They have different variations of Deadpool. They have Wolverine. They have some Star Wars stuff and a bunch of other things. But yeah, I just wanted to maybe wrap it up here. Thank you guys for watching. That's my experience and take with ProCosplay with my Deadpool cosplay. I've said cosplay and Deadpool so many times. Tell me in the comments section how many times I've said cosplay, and tell me in the section how many times I've said con. Okay? Well, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.